Have you ever wondered if immortality is real? Not in myths, not in fairy tales, but in the raw and unyielding fabric of nature. If I told you that there is a creature drifting silently in the world's oceans that can literally turn back its own biological clock, would you believe me? This is not science fiction. This is not a metaphor. This is a fact, and the creature in question is none other than the jellyfish. The jellyfish may look simple, just a pulsating, translucent body with trailing tentacles, yet behind this fragile appearance hides one of the greatest enigmas of life itself. Aristotle once said, "The more you know, the more you realize you don't know." Nothing illustrates that better than the jellyfish. Because while humans have been building civilizations for thousands of years, this drifting marvel has been around for over 500 million years. Long before the dinosaurs, long before trees, even before most complex life as we know it. And here's the shocking part. Some species of jellyfish like Turritopsis dohrnii have been nicknamed the immortal jellyfish. Why? Because when faced with physical damage, starvation, or aging, this species can transform its adult cells back into their earliest state, essentially revering aging. Imagine if humans could, at 90 years old, suddenly reset their bodies to childhood, carrying all their memories but starting again biologically. That's what this jellyfish does, quietly, in the hidden corners of the ocean. Now let's take a pause. Think about how humanity spends billions chasing anti-aging medicine, Botox, stem cell research, genetic engineering, while an organism smaller than your fingertip already cracked the code millions of years ago. Isn't that ironic? Mark Twain once quipped, "It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble, it's what you know for sure that just ain't so." We thought immortality was impossible. The jellyfish didn't get the memo. But immortality is only one piece of this creature's story. Jellyfish are survivors in ways we can barely comprehend. They thrive in every ocean, from shallow coastal waters to the crushing darkness of the deep sea. They don't need brains, bones, or even blood. Their bodies are made up of about 95% water, and yet they're perfectly adapted machines for survival. No central nervous system, no heart, no lungs, and still they hunt, sense danger, reproduce, and endure. Here's an exclusive fact that rarely gets attention: jellyfish can clone themselves. If a jellyfish is injured, a single fragment of its body can sometimes reorganize and grow into a new jellyfish. Think about that: cut off a piece of yourself and it grows into another you. It's a form of biological resilience that science still struggles to explain fully. But the story doesn't end there. Jellyfish also hold the record for one of the most painful stings in the natural world. The box jellyfish, for instance, can kill a human in minutes with venom so powerful it attacks the heart, nervous system, and skin cells simultaneously. To the jellyfish, this isn't malice. It's simply nature's design for survival. To us, it's a reminder that beauty often hides danger. Now let's mix in some perspective. Albert Einstein once said, "Look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better." Jellyfish force us to look deep, literally, because these creatures dominate not just the shallow waters we see on vacation but the vast, dark, unexplored zones of the ocean. In fact, some scientists believe that jellyfish might make up the majority of animal biomass in the ocean. Let that sink in: not whales, not sharks, but jellyfish, silent drifters ruling the unseen kingdoms of the deep. There's also an intriguing ecological twist. As climate change warms the oceans and overfishing removes predators, jellyfish populations are exploding worldwide. Massive swarms, called blooms, sometimes stretch for kilometers, shutting down nuclear power plants, sinking fishing nets, and overwhelming beaches. Imagine millions of translucent umbrellas drifting together, a biological army that no one invited but no one can stop. Nature, as always, finds balance, often in ways that inconvenience humans. And here's another exclusive angle: jellyfish might actually hold secrets for future medical breakthroughs. Scientists have discovered unique proteins in jellyfish that glow under certain conditions. One of these proteins, called green fluorescent protein (GFP), revolutionized biology by allowing researchers to track cells in real time. Without jellyfish, modern cancer research, neuroscience, and even genetic engineering would look very different. In other words, the cure for tomorrow's diseases might already be drifting silently in today's oceans. Let's not forget their role in the food web. Sea turtles, sunfish, and even some birds feast on jellyfish. But here's the kicker: despite being mostly water and low in calories, jellyfish sustain some of the largest marine animals. It's like surviving on salad alone, but somehow it works. Now imagine this: while humans worry about stock markets, politics, and technology, jellyfish drift through currents with no concern for time. They don't chase wealth, they don't fear death, and some don't even experience it in the way we do. Seneca, the Roman philosopher, once wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it." The jellyfish doesn't just use life, it redefines it. So the next time you're at the beach and see a jellyfish washed ashore, don't just dismiss it as a blob of goo. Realize that you are looking at a creature older than humanity itself. A creature that carries secrets we are only beginning to understand. A creature that may already hold the key to one of humanity's oldest dreams, immortality. And maybe, just maybe, the jellyfish is nature's way of reminding us that simplicity often hides the deepest truths. Because while we build skyscrapers and rockets, this soft, brainless drifter mastered the one thing we crave most: endless time.